Hi, everyone, and welcome to my session. First of all, thank you very much, Jen, for the invitation to present a session here today. And my session today is going to be about making your direct booking strategy invincible. Yes. So who am I? My name is Deborah Larby. I have 18 years experience in the industry as a property manager, as a mystery guest consultant, a 3-time podcaster, a digital nomad for 15 years, and a guest many, many, many times. I'm also the founder of a guest referral platform. I was born in 2016 and died with COVID, and it's back, but more on that later. So today I'm going to be guiding you through some strategies to help you connect with your guest, to make sure they come back, and to make your direct booking strategy leak-proof. So let's get on with it. Everyone is watching this summit because they want to learn about direct bookings, how to get direct bookings. But did you know that direct bookings isn't entirely a perfect strategy? I will help you narrow it down and make your direct booking strategy invincible. But I'm going to start off with your guest. The guest that has already booked with you. How do you connect with that guest and make them come back? How do you make them like you so much that they come back? How do you make that guest be your mouthpiece? How do you get that guest to talk about you amongst their friends? It boils down to connection and connecting with your guest. And before I show you how to make your direct booking strategy invincible, I'll show you how and where to connect with your guests to make them fall in love with you. After that, we'll be learning about conversion and how collaboration is the answer. But to get things off though, are you familiar with these logos? Do you know who are the people behind each of these logos? Do you connect with them? Do you trust them? And how about now? How do you feel about those logos now? Or those businesses, I mean. Do you feel a little more connected to them now? Do you like them a bit more? Do you trust them? This is just a simple example of how showing your face connects people. This is the most vital aspect of connecting with the guest. Show your face. Connect with the guest. It's that simple. And how does it work? Well, when the guest sees your face, it establishes trust, familiarity. It makes the guest feel understood and valued. And this is exactly how we want our guests to feel about us. We want to be trusted. We want our guests to feel comfortable with us and connected to us. So now I'll share with you the 3 most important places to use your face. The first one, and I'm sure you've heard this 100 times, definitely on the About Us page. You must show your face on the About Us page. And better still, why not show your face on the home page? Imagine all the people landing on your website that don't go to your About Us page. Why wait for them to go to the About Us page? Catch them on the home page. And don't just show your face, make sure you share your name. That really cements the connection and makes sure it makes you real. So the first place is the About Us page. Now, as a property manager, as part of my booking confirmation email from my PMS, I had a link to a page on my website. And on this page was a video of me thanking them for their booking, advising them of all the emails they're going to get between now and arrival, and explaining a few things and reminding them that I'm always there to answer any questions. Just get in touch and I'll respond as soon as I can. So they have seen me on the About Us page, and now they've seen me in the booking confirmation email in a video format. So they've seen me and they've heard me, and this adds to the connection. Now, I've also shared information to prepare them so they know that I care. So my business was all about face-to-face meet and greets, and I know that some of you don't do this or can't do this, but why not utilize video as part of your check-in? Advise the guest in the arrival instructions that there is a QR code that they should scan as soon as they arrive. And hey presto, another page on your website with a video welcoming them to this property. Videoed, of course, at the property, welcoming them, giving them a little rundown, exactly as you would if you were there in person. Again, they see your face, they hear your voice, and you showed that you care. Now, I know some of you are going to say, oh, I'm a bit shy in front of a camera, but look, it's just a phone camera. You don't need any technical equipment. I've been doing these videos since about 2017, and let me tell you, it does get easier. But my big tip is do not prepare a script, because it's very obvious when someone is reading and we're trying to connect with the guest as a real person. So this needs to sound like it's a conversation that you're having with them. So take as many takes as it needs, and with each take you do get better, and with each repetition you get better and better. It does take concentration though, I will tell you that. But you could have a video in less than 15 minutes. So you've connected with your guest and your direct booking strategy is working wonders. You've got lots of website visitors and you've got lots of return guests. All the effort is paying off. But what happens when these guests that love you come back, ask for the same great property they booked before, and it's booked up? What about the website visitor that wants help and asks if you have a property in a location that you don't have? What happens if your direct booking strategy and connecting with the guest works too well? Well, you could end up in the situations I found myself in many years ago. I found myself typing, "Sorry, I can't help you," over and over and over. There were return guests that I couldn't accommodate. There were website visitors asking me questions about whether I had a property in a certain location, and I just couldn't help. It happened so many times that it sparked the idea of my guest referral platform. So, "Sorry, I can't help you" is a very bad guest experience. The guest could only feel a little frustrated if they had come to me for help and I couldn't help them. And as a property manager, I felt really bad not being able to help them. So what is there left to do besides turning them away? At the time, it was when the industry was very fragmented. There were no Facebook groups. I didn't know any other property managers in the area. When I tried to help my guests, I just went online and I looked at other websites just as they would as a courtesy to help my guest. It was very time consuming and always unsuccessful. But these aren't the only people that you can't help. Let's think about your website. Let's think about the guests first coming to your website or even returning to your website. We all work hard to get web traffic. You're here to learn about SEO, you'll learn about writing blogs to get organic traffic, etc., 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 which is all well and good. It's great that you're getting traffic. They arrive at your website, and then what? The guest searches around your properties and finds one, and they book. They found what they wanted, and they booked with you. Great, that's really great. But what about those return guests who come back, check your calendars, see you're fully booked, and leave? And what about those who don't find what they're looking for? Those who actually leave a little frustrated because you don't have what they need, and yours is website number 5 in their search. So out of all of these guests that have arrived on your website, what are the ranges of emotions and feelings that these guests or inquirers feel? To start off with, there could be excitement, they could be, well, I just got to do what I got to do, or it's great, I found my perfect property, or it could be, well, I'm off to the next website, to complete frustration because this whole accommodation search is just taking too long. Your direct booking strategy may be working, but is your website a dead end? Do some guests make it to your website only to turn around and leave? What number actually book? Out of all of your website visitors, how many actually book? It's called your conversion rate. It's the number of website visitors you get as a fraction of the number of people who book, assuming that the action you want them to take on your website is to book. I also believe that if a guest makes an inquiry or has any kind of contact with you, then that could also be considered an action. So that's counted. But do you know what your conversion rate is? And back to the diagram of people visiting and leaving your website. How do we make your website more sticky, more like a funnel? How do we get them onto your website and further into your hands? The answer to that question is one word: referrals. Instead of your website attracting visitors, with some visitors turning away and leaving, how about if we go from this to this? What if you could help every guest, even if you are fully booked? What if you could help them even if you don't have properties in the location they're after? What if you could help them with something like a pet-friendly property, for example, if you don't have any? What if, instead of the guest not finding what they're looking for, you could help them find what they're looking for? And what sort of emotions and feelings do you think those guests will have when you say you can help them? They will feel happy, they will feel relieved, they feel secure, and they will feel very happy that you could help them. And when guests feel happy, and when guests feel secure, and when guests feel looked after, you know what that means? They'll be return guests. So once you form your network of referrals, this is what it's going to look like. The guest comes to you. If you can't help them, you refer your guest. The guest comes back to you or the other property manager. If they can't book direct, they get referred. And this is the network that you're going to build. And this is exactly what my guest referral network offers. But more on that in a minute. So by being helpful in the first place and offering assistance, the guest will remember your helpful assistance, and it will help maintain or grow your reputation with a guest or an inquirer. That guest will remember that you helped them. And how about just that simple fact of offering help? What OTA can offer that? It's a great service to offer your guest. It keeps the guest in your destination, and it keeps you front of mind because you were so helpful. And by getting to know other property managers and sharing inquiries, it builds a trusted community to expand your reach. It basically scales your own portfolio. So you actually have more properties to offer without having to manage them. And it means that you are all working together towards mutual success. You want everyone to succeed, and it's a mutual feeling. There are no more competitors when it comes to guest referrals, and you're all growing your businesses. Have You Got can automate your referrals and make you look more professional to your guests. This is not a WhatsApp group and it's not a Facebook group. It's also a listing site, so there is another avenue for bookings. Direct, of course, depending on your definition. And it's open to anyone referring guests. You don't need properties to refer and earn commission. Now, the difference with Have You Got is Have You Got doesn't hold on to the guest. Your guest is your guest. When you get a booking from Have You Got, they give you the guest. It's yours, the guest, and the booking is yours. So Have You Got is a means of helping you to keep the guest either with you or within the network. So with Have You Got, direct bookings are the first priority. Without direct bookings, how are you going to refer? So that's the priority. Get direct bookings. But Have You Got is the safety net to make sure that you can still help the guests that you can't. No more turning away guests. That leak is plugged. It makes you look helpful, and Have You Got makes it easy for you to do. But wait, there's more. What if you could earn some passive income while helping your website visitors? There are two ways you could earn passive income. Why do you think people leave your website? They're still shopping? They couldn't find what they wanted? You didn't have a property in the area they wanted? There are so many reasons. But what if you had a button saying that you could help them? What if you had a button that you could help them find a property within your network, your ID verified network, and hey presto, you could earn a commission if they book. And the only way you'll know is when you get that email from Have You Got saying that the guest you referred has booked and this is the commission you're going to receive. That is pretty damn cool. You just have to add your referral affiliate link in the button, and that's all you have to do. Or if you don't want this on your homepage, you could include it as a pop-up as they're leaving your site to offer them help then. But one button you could definitely include on your homepage is the global network button. Get guests dreaming about their next trip, and knowing how much they like you, they'll want to book through your network. Hey presto, more referral commissions if they book. One button, passive income. To wrap up, the 4 simple steps to making your direct booking strategy invincible is to show your face, especially using video. That's connecting with the guest. Start helping every guest with referrals. Start your network. Use Have You Got to make your life easier and to look more professional. And watch the guests come back. They'll love you for the help you're offering. We are in hospitality after all. So let's help every inquiry. They don't need to know you're earning a commission. That's our little secret. But it's icing on the cake when helping guests. So in fact, it's a win-win for everyone. And join Have You Got if you want to make things easier for you and more professional to your guests. Plus, you can earn that passive income from the global network too. So sign up and get verified today. It is an ID verified network, so you can be confident to refer within the network. So this will prevent any leaks in your direct booking strategy and make your website a little stickier. You will have less guests turning away off your website, and you'll use Have You Got or your guest referral network as the safety net to make sure you're not turning away any guests. So let's work together to keep the guests off the OTAs, and let's grow your business and revenue at the same time. Well, I hope you enjoyed that session. Thank you very much for sticking out till the end. If you would like the link to the booking confirmation video or the check-in video, I'm more than happy to share them. Then you can have a listen to the videos that I created for guests. And if you have any questions about Have You Got, please do get in touch. connect@haveyougot.com. And I look forward to welcoming you there and to make your book direct strategy invincible and leak-proof. Thank you very much for your time.